So we watched 28 Days Later. Now we're on 28 Weeks Later. And then I'm watching 28 Years Later so that I can go see Bone Temple. And look, the first movie is spectacular. It's one of the best movies I've seen in a while. Like I said, it's up there with The Thing, Scream, Texas Chainsaw. It's a great horror movie. It fills you with hope. It's got a lot of heart. Okay. The second movie isn't Danny Boyle. That was a letdown. When I initially was going to watch 28 Weeks Later, I thought that it was a Danny Boyle film. Now, he's an executive producer, and it's his content, essentially, right? It's building upon his world, but it's not a Danny Boyle movie. Now, Imogen Potts crushes as the 18-year-old daughter who's trying to find, just some stuff from back home, accidentally brings the virus back in to the little society they're building in Britain. The little boy, Adam, I think is his name, crushes. The father at the beginning, he had a choice to make. Either let my wife, who chased this kid we don't fucking know, let them die so that I can be the salvation for our children, so I can go see our fucking children and get out of this, or save her and potentially die and then our kids don't have a family. He made the right call. Dude, I know this is shitty, but me and my wife have a pact, okay? If there's a fire, we're forgetting about each other. It's about the kids and the dogs, dude. We know that, all right? That's just, we talked about it. So if I was in this situation with my wife, she's a goner, dude, and I'm out. You know what I mean? I'm booking it to the boat. She knows that. I agree. If I was the one trapped, she's booking it, and I'm understanding, dude. I'm not banging on a window crying, okay? Now, as soon as he got on that boat, and as soon as we see the kids, I was like, oh, damn, those are his kids, and 100% the wife's still alive somewhere. I do like how they incorporated the wife back into it. I don't like they incorporated her back into it because she was just living in their old house. What I don't like, though, is that they brought her back and never explained how she got out of that house. How'd she get out of that situation, bro? She was a goner. Yeah, she got bit. How'd she not get torn up? I need an explanation. Now, that's the biggest and only thing I didn't like about the movie is that the wife was alive and they didn't explain it. There was 4 or 5 rage zombie or whatever you want to call them inside that room with her and a kid. How'd she escape? I gotta know. Other than that, though, the movie is absolutely crushes. Jeremy Renner, phenomenal. The chick who's in Insidious and stuff, I'm forgetting her name right now. Rose, I think. She crushes. She's great. Then, the dad turns into a zombie by kissing the wife and apologizing, and then he eats the wife. And then we see what the real rage virus is, right? He's crushing her eyes. He's not just a zombie killing her. He's gone full on rage monster. He's killing this chick, gouging her eyes out. And that theme carries on the rest of the movie. I do think it built upon the first movie very well. I think that we see a little bit more of the rage side of the virus. It's not just a zombie virus, which I enjoy. My buddy texted me that there's a very far-fetched scene, and I'm going to shout out Sam. I'm pretty sure you're talking about the helicopter scene. I thought it was dope. Yeah, it's far-fetched. I get that. But I liked it. I thought it worked in the moment. I thought it worked for the scene. As soon as the helicopter was there, I knew exactly what was going to happen. The movie was a little predictable, whereas, 28 Days Later, I had no fucking clue what I was in for, right? I had no idea. This one feels more like just an action movie. But again, it's still good. Is it of the level of 28 Days Later? Absolutely not. Again, it's not Danny Boyle, so it doesn't have that flavor. You could tell through a lot of the action sequences and some of the way the cinematography was, how clean it was, that it wasn't Danny Boyle. Danny Boyle has a very specific genre that he fills. You wouldn't catch my man going and doing a Marvel film or something, you know what I mean? He went, well, actually, he could probably crush if they were doing a 90s version of a comic book movie. He might actually do that really well, especially if it was I don't know, a Hawkeye or something. Okay, I'm getting off track. Listen, he fills a very specific genre, and his film style is very specific. I remember the first time I saw a Danny Boyle film, and I talked about it in the last video, The Beach with Leonardo DiCaprio. I love that film. That film is batshit crazy, and it's so good. The music, the cinematography, everything, all of the writing, you can just tell when it's Danny Boyle. And this wasn't him. I don't even think he has a writer's credit. But again, it's a good zombie movie. It's not of the ilk of a gold standard 28 Days Later, but it's a solid follow-up sequel. This is the problem with sequels. You are always comparing it to the first thing, to the best thing. So it's never going to be as good as, you know what I mean? Toy Story 2, obviously, we could talk about Shrek 2 all day long, but really, sequels, you know, they have to always challenge that first one, and 28 Days Later is a perfect movie. Like, genuinely a perfect movie. Same with The Thing, right? Like, the 2011 remake or prequel of The Thing, like, a prequel and a remake, they're always going to be competing, and if you have a perfect thing, why are you even fucking with it? Now, 28 years later is Danny Boyle, so I'm very excited to see that. And then Bone Temple, also Danny Boyle. So I'm pretty hype about it. Look, like I said, it's not a perfect movie. Where does it go on the list? I think 18th. I think 18th is a pretty solid mark. Look, 30 Days a Night is a great movie. Hereditary was fine. This fills that. Actually, dude, maybe this is 17th. This is above Hereditary. Hereditary kind of bum. This movie's good. It's not. It has its horror moments, but it's more action RPG-ish. You know what I'm saying? It's a good film, and I like Jeremy Renner a lot in this movie. I think he crushes. Also, spoiler alert: Jeremy Renner dies, and I was not fucking anticipating that. I thought he was gonna kill those 3 dudes and like make it, but it kind of fits that he died. You know what I mean? It fits. 28 days later, not everybody gets out. I mean, Frank goes down, and you know that's sad as fuck. So it only feels right that the military chick and the army guy get out or don't get out. So yeah, 17th above Hereditary, above 38 days or 30 Days of Night, feels perfect, dude. 28 weeks later, how do you guys feel about it? Let me know. Did I rank it too low? Did I rank it too high? I don't know, but I'm excited to watch 28 years later in Bone Temple. So like, sub, whatever you want to do. I'll be watching it by the end of but probably by Friday or Saturday. I'll have both those reviews up. So I'll catch you then. Peace.